Hi, I'm Jordan, and that's
Anaji.
and welcome to the Off Topic Video Game Podcast, where we talk about video game news sometimes. Uh,
Yes,
what,
sometimes.
what do you want to start off with? Because the Xbox came out yesterday, PS5 comes out tomorrow as the time of this recording. Are you excited for the next generation of consoles?
I think it was in the last episode how I canceled my PS5 pre-order, and honestly, I that was the biggest mistake in my fucking life.
And then this dude was like, "Why didn't you keep your order?" I'm like, come on, I kept my order. I didn't keep two.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I like I was saying the last one, I had some good points, but I mean, it's not the biggest mistake, so you
I
know
th-
what? I don't care.
I think I'll be able to get one. I think it'll be difficult, but like,
I mean, all I really care about is playing Miles Morales, honestly, and I have that going on my PS4, so.
but it doesn't have ray
Uh,
tracing.
it doesn't have any ray tracing, but I'm gonna look into um what the pre-orders are like for the PS5 tomorrow.
You gotta
And
wake up early.
I mean, I have to anyway, but that's a different story. But yeah, so we'll see.
Well, luckily, I kept my pre-order and I got a Series X yesterday.
Hmm.
Mini review. There are no games that I can't already play on my PC, but
Yikes. Oh wait, but there's Halo Infinite. Oh
ooh.
wait,
And I like Xbox better than PlayStation, and I'm insulting it. But like, I like the Series X. Even just for the load times alone, it is such a big upgrade compared to like the PS4 and the Xbox One. Like
the
Destiny,
SSD.
yeah, like I'm pretty sure Destiny 2 on my Series X loads faster than it does on my PC, and my PC has an SSD, so it's like there's
Hmm.
something going on there. I want to get Devil May Cry, but I don't know. I already
I've been
have it.
seeing I've been seeing a lot of like, and I mean, I'm pretty sure they're fake videos on Twitter about like the Series X like having smoke come out from the top of it. But it turns out it's like vape smoke that people's
Yeah,
like
I did
putting
see
through the
that.
stupid machine. Yeah.
But something that really did happen was, do you watch the reviewer ACG?
No.
Oh well, their
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
their PS5 broke. I don't know I didn't read
Jeez.
what happened to it, but it just shut down. So,
Oh.
uh-oh.
I guess I ought to may as well continue waiting then, huh?
Yeah. See, I got a digital PS5, and the only problem is that like obviously I can only download stuff, and I saw Miles Morales Launch Edition on the PS5 for $21 at Walmart, and I was like, oh wait,
What?
I can't buy that because I have the digital version only. On
Damn, that's actually really crazy. How is that possible?
that was $21. It was probably a pricing error. Walmart always has pricing errors. Walmart also sells their games for like $10 cheaper than everywhere else.
Wow.
A lot of the time. Because last generation, you could get PS4 and Xbox games for $50 from Walmart.
Wow, I wish I would have known that.
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't really buy digital games though, to be fair. But or
yeah.
I didn't buy physical games. I I'm mostly digital now. I feel like that makes
Yeah,
life
I'm
easier.
team digital.
Yeah, a lot of people that were a lot of people that were like, I only buy physical games ended up.
Bro, exactly. Fucking nerds.
uh, on the topic of digital, Xbox has a way better Wi-Fi chip
Mm.
in the Series X, because before, like on my One X, I thought my internet was just bad, but on my One X I was getting like 14 down, 14 megabytes per second, and on my Series
Damn.
X I get 100. So it clearly, because I was getting 100 before on my One X when I first got it, and then I've had it for 2 or 3 years, and then it just got slower and slower. So I guess something messed up in it.
Jeez.
Yeah, like right now I'm downloading uh, Fallout, and I'm getting 134 megabytes per second. It's crazy.
Which one?
Fallout 4.
Mm.
You think I'm downloading New
Um,
Vegas, or not New Vegas, but what's the one called? 76.
yeah, Game of the Year 2018.
I heard
But
76 got better, but go on.
how's the storage on the Series X?
1 terabyte. 200 of it is taken up for the OS, so you have 800, which I think is
Damn.
more than the PS5 though. I think the PS5 has like 600 something.
I thought it was like 825. Maybe it's 600 or
Yeah, it might have
something.
been.
I don't know.
Let's look it up. We have computers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this piece of technology.
I spelled space wrong. It's 825. You're right. Wait, no. PlayStation comes with an 825 gigabyte onboard solid state storage, but not all of it. As far as usable space goes, the PS5 only offers 667. Ooh.
Wow.
How big is Call of Duty?
Exactly. Well, good thing I got a external hard drive.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful with that because you can't run like you can run last gen games off of it, and obviously they'll load like how they would on the PS4, but
Mm.
you can't run like for example, Miles Morales off of it because Miles Morales requires the SSD to the custom designed SSD. A lot of games are literally only designed to run off of that, and it's the only thing that can load them that fast. Because have you seen the loading times for Miles Morales?
Yeah, I have, and it's pretty
Where
crazy.
the loading screen is like a little, like literally a microsecond while he's going through the wall, and then he's out. That's crazy.
I don't. I mean, it is a cool thing, but at the same time, I don't mind like 2 minute load times or something like that.
You
Because it gives me
don't?
enough time to. I mean, because it gives me enough time to like go use the bathroom or something, you know.
Wow, this dude. Artificial load times. I mean,
Nah,
at,
nah,
at,
that load time is crazy though.
when you the first time you use an SSD after using a hard drive, like I think I went from because I didn't build my PC until after I got a few years after I got my Xbox One and PS4, and going from like loading Destiny in 14 minutes to get to the tower to
Mm.
now it's like 25 seconds to get to the tower on an SSD. That's just crazy. It's
Yeah,
just so much better.
I'm sure I would never want to go back afterwards.
Yeah, you would, so you can use the bathroom.
Ah,
Speaking of Destiny, Beyond Light came out this week. Have you heard anything about it? I know you
dude, I
don't
don't
play Destiny.
follow.
You don't play it, but like you read
Yeah,
news.
no, I don't keep up on
You
Destiny.
should try it. They actually fixed. I'm a gigantic Destiny fan, but they fixed like the stuff for new players now. So like you actually know what you're doing when you start, which is really good because
'Cause, I mean, this would be like how many times have I tried Destiny 2?
how many times I don't know how many times have you tried it.
I mean, if I play this one, it'll probably just be my third
To
time.
be fair, it's free now. Like the well on Xbox Game Pass you can get it. You can get everything for free besides the season pass, which is like
Well,
not
I got the game for free during
yeah.
like PS Plus, like one of the months, but so, like what? I'm looking at this at the season pass, like it's all free or something. Like all the
So
content is free.
so they have a season pass which is like Call of Duty's Battle Pass that has free stuff on it. And then they have paid
Hmm.
expansions, which is what Beyond Light is. And on Game Pass, you get all of the expansions for free, but you still have to pay $10 for the season pass if you want it. It's not necessary. But what I want to say is I played Destiny 1 literally the second it came out in America, and even then, like I think today's the first time they've had an actual tutorial that teaches you what to do. Like Destiny 1
Jesus.
had tutorials, but like Destiny 1 it threw you in there and you figured that stuff out by yourself. You watch YouTubers like Dado to get like understand everything, understand how exotics worked and whatever. But
Hmm.
from what I understand today, they actually added like an opening. So that's good cuz I tried playing with my girlfriend and she just like it's hard to explain an MMO to someone who's never played one before and doesn't
Right.
understand it. But like, yeah, I like Beyond Light. That's my review. Beyond Light's real good. Good story. A little light
Well,
on the content, but
I
oh,
tell you what, whenever I get my PS5, I'll get into it.
yeah, I think it's worth it. Plus,
Yeah.
they're doing the updates for PS5 where they make it. I think it's 60 FPS for like PVE, and then PvP is going to be 120 FPS. So
Mm.
speaking of that,
Yeah.
do you have a television that supports beyond
I
60 FPS?
I I don't. I don't.
Mm.
I'm still on 1080.
Yes.
Um,
Be fair, I'm on a 1080. It's 1080 165 hertz. So
mhm.
yeah, like I don't see if someone's buying a monitor for gaming. Do you think that 4K would be more important or a higher frame rate on that
And
monitor?
that's what I wanted to know if I should get a monitor for the PS5 or just maybe like look into just getting another like a 4K TV for the console.
Well, they have 4K
Yeah.
monitors, but for I mean, do you want to play stuff in 4K?
I mean, I would like to experience it, like I said before, I'm not a graphics whore, so it's just like, I wouldn't go too crazy, but I mean, at the same time, I wouldn't not want to experience it either.
Well, as someone, I've had a 4K TV since I've had the PS4 Pro. I think.
Hmm.
I think it's when I got my television. Maybe it was before that. But no, it was before that. Anyway, uh, I'm one of the people that can't tell the difference between 1440p and like 4K. Like I have to be real close to the television to see the difference.
Right, right.
But when it comes to frame rate, I'm sure like you've obviously played 60 FPS games. I'm sure you can tell the difference between 30 and 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's super noticeable. And the jump from 60 to 120 is it's not as big, but like it just look like it physically just looks and feels better.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited to play Spider-Man now.
Yeah, I could like I know Spider-Man has ray tracing and stuff, but like I'm way more excited for a 60 FPS mode in that game than I am for ray tracing. I like ray tracing, but it is not a deal breaker for me if a game does not have ray tracing.
Yeah.
I say that as someone who played Watch Dogs Legion, and the ray tracing didn't make that game any better.
What do you playing on PC?
Yeah, I played that on PC.
So
Cause
how do you think of what do you think of Legion so far?
um, it's not as good as two.
Hmm.
Did you play two?
I played like a short demo too.
I really like two. I thought one was okay. I liked one considering like when it came out and like what there was to play. Yeah, I like one.
Hmm.
Legion is better than one. Not as good as two. I'd say it's like a 7 out of 10 for me. I do like all the people like their whole like recruit anyone whatever. But it's
Yeah,
like
I'm actually pretty surprised they pulled that
but
off.
a lot of the people just have like the same skills and
Right, right.
whatever.
But like the fact that they can't, I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy that you can just walk up to someone and start the recruitment mission. Like I
right,
enjoy
like
that.
I mean, that's what they said, They didn't say it was going to be super intricate, but they say play as anyone and you pretty much can play as anyone. I mean, they all pretty much play the same anyway, except for like the older
Yeah, the
people and
old
stuff
people
like
can take
that.
cover and stuff, but like they a lot of them have different like so if you recruit someone with a melee weapon, like obviously they fight with their melee weapon. And
Yeah,
then you have the people that fight like John Wick with the gun kata. Like those
yeah,
people are cool. Like that I got the gun kata hitman guy and I've played as him for most of the game.
yeah. I had three on my team, but I got one killed just so I can make more space for my team. And let me tell you something. I've recruited so many good people, and I've lost so many good people, and it actually hurts my feelings. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think you'd like XCOM.
I played a little bit of XCOM, and yeah, I just can't with that.
XCOM is I think XCOM 2 War of the Chosen is like my third or second favorite game of all time. It's off
Yeah,
topic, but
and it's like,
mm,
and I just hate because I had like this really cool female hacker, and like I was just trying to get a stupid mask in like a restricted area, something that's not even tied to the story or side mission, and I get killed, and it's just
are
like,
you
and I
playing
lost her.
are you playing on hard?
Now I'm playing on normal just
I
so I
played on
won't have to
hard and
lose so many people.
I mean I played on hard. I turned on Iron Man mode. I haven't. I mean, if I lost the gun kata guy, I'd be really upset.
Exactly. I
Because
mean, even though you can find another one.
yeah, I mean it's harder
Um,
to find people with like the special skills, but yeah. Speaking of
yeah,
Ubisoft, go on. I didn't want to
I was
interrupt
just
you.
about to say I just got the Beehive operator, and that's pretty cool.
But speaking of Ubisoft games, Assassin's Creed came out this week, and surprisingly enough, I like it better than Watch Dogs, which I didn't think was
Hmm.
gonna happen. Did you play? What's the last Assassin's Creed game you played? I think we've talked about this already, but
Yeah, it was Odyssey for me.
yeah, it's. Did you like it? I don't remember what you said.
Yeah, I like Odyssey. Now, is it the same team as Odyssey, or is it the same
No,
team as Origins?
Odyssey was made by I say Montreal, Quebec. It was made by Ubisoft Quebec, and I think
Okay.
Valhalla was made by the same people who made Origins Montreal.
Oh,
It
okay.
and the best change in it is that because you remember Odyssey didn't have a hidden blade; it had the spear of Leonidas or whatever.
Yeah, right, right, right.
Uh, and you can insta kill people with that if you're at the right level.
Hmm.
But there's a setting now where you can literally just assassinate anyone, like in the old games, with your hidden blade. Yeah, and like the combat, like it looks weird when you're watching it, and it doesn't look like as real. I don't want to say as realistic. Like the animations are wonky for the combat, but it's fun and like I feel like the combat is way more balanced in this game than it was in Odyssey. I feel like Odyssey strayed a little bit too far into Witcher 3 territory.
Right, right, right.
And I feel like this one takes it back a little bit more to Assassin's Creed, but it still keeps the Witcher vibe. Like Witcher 3, one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not making fun of that, but
Right.
um,
Uh,
Witcher 3 does. I don't think Witcher 3 has the best combat in the world.
No, absolutely. I agree.
But
My top five, top three, but yeah, the combat could be better.
yeah. So I feel like Odyssey was going too far in the direction of that combat. Not that I think Odyssey had better combat than The Witcher, but anyway.
Does Valhalla have like those ship battle missions?
No, but you do have a
Oh,
boat.
thank God.
But yeah, I literally was talking like the first time I started playing it, I was like, "Oh boy, here we go with this ship again, dude." They did it in 4. They said it's a pirate game. It was one of the best Assassin's Creeds. It was one of the best games on like last generation. And they went, "We need to put that boat in every game." Like it's in Egypt, dude. We don't need the boat.
Right, like Jesus.
But
Okay, well
yeah, yeah, it's like a
that's really
raiding,
good to
like it's
know.
like a raiding ship. Like your party gets like you have basically a squad of like Vikings that follow you around and you raid villages and stuff.
I see some gameplay in Valhalla where you have to like beat down a door with it was just like a group of men. You know what I'm talking about? That mechanic,
Yeah, like the
the battering
when you're
ram.
raiding like
Yeah.
the big places. Yeah, yeah,
How
no,
does like do you like how that feels? Like how
yeah,
that works?
yeah.
Do you
I
feel?
really like Valhalla. Like I'm not gonna say it's one of my because not a lot of games come out this year. If you think about it, really, like
Yeah.
one of the biggest games this year is Demon Souls, and that's a remake. So it's like, uh,
And a little game called Cyberpunk as well, but
if it comes out this year.
right.
But I was gonna say the Valhalla is one of my top games of the year so far. Like I enjoyed the
Yeah,
story. Sorry for the typing. I'm just typing in 2020 game releases. Uh, like I don't know.
I mean, now that you said it, because I think we both was kind of skeptical on it. Um, Now that I mean, and it looks really good and stuff, right?
Yeah, and on I don't have it on Series X, but on Series X and PS5, I'm assuming it's 60 FPS 4K.
Oh, you
So
got it for PC.
yeah, well I bought the UPlay Plus or whatever it's called now, where it's like their little Game Pass thing. So I just played Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed because normally I never beat Assassin's Creed, and I feel like
Right.
sometimes I always like Origins. I didn't play it for that long. I feel like I wasted my money. I played Odyssey for a long time, so I didn't waste my money on that. But
And see,
like,
that's why I kind of want to just wait for Valhalla to go on sale, to be
yeah,
honest, because I know it's going to be one of those games where it's just like I'll play it, it feels good, but then it's just like I just take forever to play the story and finish it. So
I think you, I think you do. If you got it full price, you wouldn't regret it. But
really,
this is coming from someone who bought Marvel's The Avengers at $80 for the special edition.
mm,
So
mm.
I know a thing about wasting money.
So honestly, I may look into it.
But yeah, the combat's updated. Like you can dual like they have the dual wield mechanic now where you have different attacks when you dual wield and like your stamina and then it's just it's fun. I don't know. It's a
I do want
Viking
to
game.
know. Yeah, I do, and that's the thing I want to know. How is the intro? Like, does it take you too long to get to get to the action and start getting to like the axis and
Not
roaming the open world and stuff like that?
Not really, because generally a lot of Assassin's Creed games have very, very slow openings.
Hmm.
Especially like Origins, who made this game, the team that made this game. This game, I'm not gonna spoil the opening. I mean, it's the opening, but still, the opening. You as a child, something happens. Pretty not generic per se, but you see it
Yeah.
coming, and then it flash forwards to you as an adult, and you're just thrown into it. Like you're like it's like hunt this person down or follow this person for your team. Like yeah, so
Mhm.
say it's like a maybe a 15 to 20 minute opening, and then you're thrown into the game world.
Okay. Okay. All right. That solidifies it. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you'd like it. Get it for
Yeah.
PS5,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm like,
Well,
honestly,
if you get it for PS4, you get it for PS5 automatically because Ubisoft is like
and
doing the
yeah, that's
cross
a
gen
good
stuff.
point. I will hope that this saves transfer as well.
Yeah, it should. Because I think PlayStation has cloud saves,
Yeah, let me see.
even though you have to pay for them. On Xbox, that's free. Like they literally just sync your data for free. They're like, oh, okay. Like I switched all my games over to my Xbox, got on them, and they were like, here's your save data. Like I don't know why Sony's like pay for your cloud saves, douchebag. Like okay,
Yeah, you
we
know
sh-
how that goes.
we should do an end of the year game of the year podcast.
Yeah, because so far, honestly, mm, out of all the games I've played, I honestly kind of want to say Watch Dogs is my game of the year so far.
Really? Hmm.
Second would be Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, I love Ghost of Tsushima. I totally forgot that came out. I forgot that and The Last of Us 2 came out.
Yeah, I need to get back onto the multiplayer.
Dude, when is The Last of Us 2 multiplayer coming out?
Uh,
Last time,
Whenever the
I know they're
PS5
working
remaster come out.
because it got leaked. I remember that, but I assume
Yeah,
I assume it was probably gonna come out this year, and then it got delayed because of COVID. But um, what's our next piece of news? I totally forgot. I was so busy actually liking Assassin's Creed. We can talk about the Xbox Series S for a second. I don't know why I said it like that. The Xbox Series
hmm.
S. Do you think that's a waste of money? Have you seen like the comparison videos between the X and the S?
Oh, I know that the S is somewhat kind of like toned down than the X. Like some games, I think like Devil May Cry 5, you can
A big
use ray
example.
tracing on the S,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, a lot of the games you can't use ray tracing on the S. I don't know if Watch Dogs is like that, but I know it has pretty good ray tracing on the X. But
Hmm.
like I get that this is a $300 machine. Uh but I personally thought it was going to be a 1080p 60 FPS machine as opposed to the Series X 4K 120 and 60 FPS, and it
Hmm.
it feels more like it's a 1440p 4K 30 FPS. Like
Hmm.
I hate to be like the elite PC gamer, but I don't like if you can help it, don't make your game 30 FPS. If your game has ray
Yeah,
tracing and like super duper graphics, like Demon Soul, well, Demon Souls doesn't have ray tracing, but if you have like a super duper graphics mode in 4K, like I get it, but always have that 60 FPS option. Don't just like I don't know. I get the Series S isn't as strong as the other two, but I feel like I was really misled, and I would have been really upset if I got an S and it was like you can play Valhalla in 30 FPS. It's like oh
yeah. I was considering getting an S just because lower price and I wasn't really caring too much about the X.
yeah.
Well,
I know you're a big PlayStation fan rather than a
well, I mean, I like Xbox. I've had the 360 and the original Xbox, but I was considering getting the S. But if anything, I would just go ahead and just get an X. May as well pay, chuck up the extra hundred
yeah.
dollars for it.
Definitely. Well, it's
Get the best.
yeah,
May as well
it's
get the best
definitely
experience out
not
of
now
it.
that I've seen the difference between like the gaps in the games here. Yeah, I would never. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I get that people maybe don't have as much disposable income as like someone like me or you would,
Hmm.
and they would get the S and be happy with it. But I don't think. Plus, the S has that really small hard drive or SSD. It has like 300 gigabytes of free space or something. I think that's crazy. But I mean, you can get an external. But the point is, like,
Yeah, that's true.
it's just crazy. I don't know. But hopefully, I don't regret my PS5 purchase tomorrow. Hopefully, I get it tomorrow from Best Buy. Shout out to Best Buy.
Right.
Uh,
Um. Yeah, there's no way there's gonna be any in-store stuff, right?
from what I heard from someone when they went to buy, obviously, I think the PS5 is probably in more limited supply and more popular, so it might be harder. But my friend went to Walmart yesterday, I think it was,
Mm.
and they had 7 Series X's in stock as soon as they opened. So they might have 2 or 3 PS5s.
What I should do, there's literally a Walmart right beside or right behind the hotel I'm staying in right now, and I should call them and see if they're going to do anything or have any PlayStation 5s in stock.
Yeah, you should definitely. I agree.
Yeah, I'm about to look up the number.
Oh, you know what else came out or is coming out tomorrow? I think
Oh,
Godfall.
mm,
Yeah.
isn't that free?
No,
It's not.
it's $70 on PS5.
I could have sworn they said that game was going to be free.
It should be free.
You know what is free?
Fortnite.
No.
Oh, what?
Come on now. Come on.
What's coming out now that's free?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Something comes out tomorrow that's free. What is it?
The motherfucking bug snacks.
Bugs. PS Plus.
Yes,
Sony was like, "We
sir.
will pay you straight up to release this for free," and they were like, "All right, yeah, take our money." Like, all
I
right,
mean, I'll play it. Shoot, especially if it's free on PlayStation Plus. Why not?
that's an exclusive that Xbox just doesn't have. To be
I really
fair,
want to.
what
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say, to be fair, I get that Xbox basically has no exclusives. I mean, unless you don't have a PC, then every Xbox exclusive. But their updates that they've done the old games so far that I've played are real good.
Mm.
Like I'm a big State of Decay 2 fan. I know not a lot of people are into it, but that jumped to 60 FPS and no frame hitching is like really good. Ghost Recon Breakpoint got a 60 FPS patch today. Makes that game playable for me because before, I don't know, it just felt really, another Ubisoft game. It just felt really weird.
Hmm.
I know Siege is getting a 120 FPS update. Fallout 4 is getting a 60 FPS update on the Xbox. Game
I will,
Pass, EA Play is on Game Pass now, so you're getting all the EA Play games on Game Pass.
and
It's
I think they're gonna have Disney Plus on there too.
yeah,
That's
free
crazy.
30 days. That's crazy.
I was gonna ask with those older games, are they getting like, is the load times better for those too?
Yeah, on
There's,
PS5 they're not because the PS5 emulates a PS4, I think, and then like
mm.
runs them like it would be off a hard drive. But like I played Mass Effect on the original Mass Effect on the X just to see what it was like, the Series X.
Oh my God, you
Yeah,
see that the
yeah,
remaster is
yeah, yeah,
coming
yeah,
out.
yeah. That's why I stopped playing them because I was replaying all of them, and then I saw the rumors for that a few months ago. I was like, I can't. I gotta.
Yeah. Did they said they didn't set a date for that, did they? I
Um,
don't think they did. They just
early
said
next year
I'm about to say.
because the rumor was that 2 and 3 were done. Like they were basically just up like graphical upgrades, and then they want to remake 1 to play more like 2 and 3.
Yeah, it just says spring 2021.
I'm excited for that.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I just haven't played the first one.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's how I was for a long time. I started with 2. I was like, this game is great. Looked at 1 because my friend brought 1 over one Christmas a long time ago. I was like, I don't like this. Bought 2, loved it. 3, loved it, even though everyone hates the ending. I get it.
Yeah.
I even thought Andromeda was decent. I just like Mass Effect, and yeah, they're making a sequel.
Yep, they sure are. They
Not
did say
it is
they're working on something.
absolutely not an Andromeda sequel. It is probably Mass Effect 4.
Ooh,
Shepard. Dude, the
give
Reapers
them
are
time. Give
the
them time.
the
Let them work
Reapers
on it.
are such a cool concept for like I get that evil Cthulhu monsters from outer space are not is not novel. Like even Destiny does it, but
Hmm.
like I just think the Reaper like their voices and like the beginning of Mass Effect 3, give me a whole game of that. It was so dope when they're like the Reapers just fall from the sky. Spoilers. The
Mm-mm.
Reapers do make it to Earth.
Right.
I mean, the ending. You beat Mass Effect 3, right?
Yeah, but see, that's I never understood the like what the problem was because I only had one ending.
They want. They didn't want Shepard to die. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoil Mass Effect 3 spoiler cast. Shepard dies at the end of Mass Effect 3, except in one very specific ending. And I get it. You play as this character for 3 games, and you don't like that. That at a certain point, that character is you. You are Shepard. And it's like, oh well, I died personally. And it's like, yeah, but like, Shepard had one of the most heroic deaths, no matter what ending you get, like in any video game. He literally, he or she, I think female Shepard is a better voice actor, but Jennifer Hale, but like it's just I don't know. I didn't think it was that big of a deal that he died. I figured that was obviously what it was coming to. Like, how else would Shepard have defeated the Reapers and lived?
Yeah. And then it's just like then it end with Joker and
Oh
that
yeah, that was
robot.
stupid though.
Yeah.
How
Well, that's the sequel.
they didn't like give any backstory on what happened to everybody else. They did do that in an update where they showed like, oh, they fixed the Normandy and got off the planet. But like, I do think that the extended ending is better than the original because the extended ending is like it shows you, oh, you destroyed all the Reapers and now we're rebuilding. We can rebuild everything. It's fine. Everybody's okay. But like the original ending was like, uh, it was super doom and gloom because it's like you destroyed all the Mass Effect relays, you killed the Reapers, a bunch of people are dead, everybody's stuck on Earth, and they don't tell you what happens, and it's like, okay, and it never got a sequel technically, so. And then they did the extended edition, and that was like, oh, well, we rebuilt. We are like, it's I don't know. There's a lot about Mass Effect 3 that I could talk about, and 2 for
I
that
kind of want
matter.
to get into the comics.
The Mass Effect comics?
Yeah.
What comics? And I know you're talking about. The freaking Kai Lang comics, dude.
No,
You remember
man.
Kai Lang?
No, I don't.
He was the guy with the sword and like the sunglasses from Cerberus that Elusive Man sends after you in 3.
Oh, see that's what I'm saying. That's why I need to get the remaster
Yeah,
so I can refresh on this stuff.
I'm excited for that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
They gotta nail that though. They kind of
They better.
they kind of ruin Mass Effect with
They made it very clear that it's a remaster and not a remake.
Yeah, I get it, but like I don't think you can remaster Mass Effect and make it a good game.
Yeah,
Like
you can't just use the old like source engine code or whatever and just try to polish that. You gotta
yeah,
actually tweak that shit, you know?
because Mass Effect 1 it didn't have like reloads. It had like cooldowns on your guns and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. But
Yeah, we'll see.
speaking of EA remastered games, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit remastered came out last week.
I saw that, but I think I'm good. I think it was
It's a
I think
good
it should have
game.
just stayed on 360. Yeah, it was a good game. It was a pretty good game.
I think that was the one good Need for Speed game that the people who made Burnout put out, and then
Shit, that's the only Need for Speed game I played.
because then they made a Most Wanted, Like these are not remake. Like these were supposed to be remakes of previous games, but in reality, they were Burnout games with the Need for Speed name
Why haven't they made a new Burnout? What the hell?
because they were making Need for Speed, and then they got taken off Need for Speed, and they got put on Star Wars
Oh,
Battlefront. They made the space combat for Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, I think. No,
those
just
are
two.
all the same developers?
Yeah, it's Criterion. They made Hot
Wow.
Pursuit. I don't know if EA owned them then, but EA made was like, oh, you can take the Need for Speed franchise because they made. You remember Need for Speed: The Run?
Hmm.
They made that. Black Box did, and they were like, wow, you're never making Skate 4, and they shut them down. And then,
Well,
well, they're making Skate 4 now, which is exciting. But
either way, they need to come out with Burnout,
yeah,
especially for these next gen consoles.
and they said Criterion, you're not making another Burnout. You can make Burnout in Need for Speed World, and they're like, okay. And they made Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which is a really good game. Then they made Most Wanted, which is not as good. And then they made I don't think Criterion made any other games after that.
Right.
I don't think Criterion has made a game since. I want to say they made Most Wanted, and then they were put on Star Wars. They got shut down. That's what it was. They didn't get shut down, but they like. Oh, they made Need for Speed Rivals, because I remember that was a launch title on the PS4 and Xbox One.
Hmm.
Or they helped make Need for Speed Rivals. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Need for Speed is in a bad spot. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing because you remember
Yeah,
in
Payback
2015 they
was
made
was free.
Need for Speed. Like I guess it was a reboot,
Hmm.
and that was like supposed to be like underground, but it was bad. I played it. Uh,
And then they had the movie.
yeah, and the movie was like the best thing to come out in the past decade for Need for Speed, which is bad because the movie wasn't good. Then
They
they
had Kid Cudi.
Cause and then they made Payback, which was like supposed to be Fast and Furious or something. It was like, well, that was also bad. Like, just stop. And then they made Need for Speed Heat, the most recent one, which
Hmm.
is
Oh yeah,
decent.
that did just come out recently.
Yeah, it came out I think a year ago, almost exactly a
Yeah, I
year
think it
ago.
was yeah last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I played that for a little bit. It was okay. Uh, but and I think after that because I think it was Ghost Games making these, and Ghost
Hmm.
Games is Swedish, and I don't think they quite. That sounds bad because I have a Swedish girlfriend, but I don't think they understand like American racing culture as well as maybe an American company would. So they didn't shut down Ghost Games, but they took the franchise away from them. They just gave it back to Criterion. So the next Need for Speed game is going to be made by the people who made Burnout again.
Well, I'll be looking out for it. That's
Yeah.
the closest thing we're gonna get to Burnout.
More EA news this week was also they were talking about Battlefield 6.
Mm.
You're not excited
I
for
mean,
Battlefield 6?
nah, not really, not anymore. I mean, well, I don't know. It depends on if it gives me those Battlefield 3 vibes, but
Dude.
the last couple ones just wasn't
Yeah.
that good to me.
Well, I thought 1 was pretty good, but Battlefield 1 specifically, not just one of them. I like 5. I didn't think 5 was the worst. And then, is that? Oh, I like 4 too. Well, I mean, I like all of them, but yeah, they are getting progressively worse.
Mm.
Surprised you said 3. Well, no, a lot of people say 3, but I was gonna say I like Bad Company 2. I think it's my favorite.
Yeah, I've only really played
This
3 in
dude,
Bad Company.
this dude, Bad Company's so good.
Well, I played 1 as well, but like I said, I didn't really like 1 as that much, and I played 4. 4 was pretty okay, but I think 3 is my favorite out of all of them.
I agree. I think 4 was real bad when it came out, and then they fixed it. But
Mm.
see, they have. I don't even feel like getting into it. But EA says Battlefield 6 will have a never before seen scale. So I'm assuming that means a lot of people in the game at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I think about a lot of people in the game at the same time, I want Mag back. You remember Mag?
Yeah. That failed venture.
Wait, what? The failed venture?
Mac.
You did? Did
Yeah.
you play it?
No, but I know it didn't last long, right?
A couple of years, I think.
Oh.
I mean, I played Mag when it came out, I picked, of course, the least populated faction, which was like the American boys in Alaska.
Hmm.
It was decent for the time. I mean, that was around when the PlayStation hack stuff happened. Remember that? That's the same reason SOCOM got put in the drain because they released a game after their console got hacked. But anyway, Sony's pretty incompetent sometimes, is what I'm saying. But so is
Yeah.
Xbox. But yeah, I don't know. Does more players in your game make your game better?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, because Avengers has 4 people in your squad, and that game isn't good.
Yeah. GTA Online has like I think like the max is probably like 30 players
I think that's what it is.
in a server.
Have you played GTA recently?
Oh yeah,
You still playing it? I forgot.
I do.
I should probably sign on PlayStation and get that free $1 million every month until it comes out.
Yeah,
But
it's pretty
I
nice.
played that game so much. I played GTA Online so damn much. When is GTA 6 coming out?
What year is it? 2020?
Yeah.
Won't come out 2023. It's going to get delayed a bunch of times.
Can you believe that we're now, like, between now and when GTA 5 came out is longer than GTA 4 to GTA 5? It doesn't even feel like it.
Jeez,
But you know what is 60 FPS on the Xbox Series X?
what's that?
GTA 4.
Hmm. Yeah,
Any game with an
I,
uncapped frame rate on the previous gen will absolutely be 60 FPS on the Xbox Series X.
yeah, that would literally be the only reason I would get one is just so I can play like games I haven't played in a while, so
Yeah, I
or played before.
because I don't know if you played Fallout 4.
Nah, I'm good on Fallout games.
You played Skyrim.
I'm good on Bethesda's games. I should say.
Well, ever since Microsoft acquired Bethesda, you think Microsoft is going to be like, you can't release that? Like, you think they're going to be like, you have to fix that?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're going to be very stingy and
They should be
strict about that
though.
stuff. Yeah, they should.
I
I mean, they just
absolutely.
need to give them money to get a brand new engine and new technology, which I'm sure they have, but it just seems so. The game still seems so crappy. It's I guess it's the nicest way of saying it.
They got that Bethesda charm, baby. You ever played? Have you played Fallout 4? Like, actually played it?
No, I played Fallout 6 a bit.
Fallout
I mean
6.
76.
Hell yeah. I think you
Yeah.
should try Fallout 4 maybe for a few hours and see if you can get into it.
Well, if there's a demo, then I'll try it, but I'm not buying it.
This dude. If you get an Xbox and Game Pass, you get it for free. You just download it and play it.
Well, yeah, we'll see about that.
Plus, Fallout 4 and Skyrim have mods on console. So,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I was gonna say that, like, I can actually run that game on console with mods without it crashing. But, yeah, I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about next gen wise?
Mm,
You think you're gonna get
I'm
your
just
PS5?
I'm looking for yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm about like I said after this, I'm gonna try to call and see if they're gonna maybe have any in stock, but if not, then I'll be happily playing Miles Morales on my PS4 till I get one.
Looks good on
And then
PS4.
I do want to get Valhalla as well,
Yeah,
as you know praising it and all.
big praise coming from me, who hates everything. No, but
Right.
yeah, I don't like Series X is worth it in my opinion. Even just for the like, you're not getting exclusives, but like you're getting upgrade. Like, the best way to explain the Series X is it's a new console, obviously, but it's like your Xbox One, but way better.
Mm.
The best way I can describe it is it's an Xbox Two. Series S, if you're, you know, if that's what you want, get it. Just make sure you see the comparisons first. Um,
Right.
PS4, or PS5, and PS5 digital, I'd say. I mean, I'm willing to go all digital, so I think it's worth it for me. But if you want your disc, get the normal one.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to the podcast. This is definitely going up November 11th because we haven't uploaded anything in a while. That's the day we recorded
Hmm.
this, and stay around because there might be another something else posted after this in the same night. Depends on how lazy I get while editing. But thanks for watching.
Tell your friends.